What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in the last video I put out, I talked about some entry-level full suspension trail bikes that offer a great value. Now, to be clear, those bikes are not necessarily the cheapest priced full suspension mountain bikes out there. They're just simply bikes that I felt provide a great value. Now, the bikes on this list I'm about to talk about, they truly are some of the cheapest priced, most affordable budget full suspension entry-level mountain bikes on the market right now. So without further ado, let's check out the bikes. Kicking off the list is a bike from Polygon. I'm kicking off this list with a brand that I have featured in a few recent videos, and that is Polygon. Polygon bikes can be purchased on the Bikes online site for some really good prices. At the time of making this video, the cheapest full suspension bike they have on their site is the Siskiu D5, being sold for only $900. $900 for a full suspension bike is unheard of, but what exactly do you get for that low price tag? This is an aluminum frame bike that comes as 27.5 wheels and tires. For suspension, the bike comes with a 120mm travel SR Suntour coil fork and an SR Suntour Radon LO air shock for the rear. For a drivetrain, you get a 2x9 Shimano Alivio, and for brakes, you actually get Shimano MT201 hydraulic disc. Unfortunately, this bike does use quick release skewers and not through axles, and does not come with a dropper post. While I would like to see those things on a mountain bike, it is not surprising to not see those features on a bike that only costs $900. So that bike is actually the cheapest bike on this list at $900. And if you're on a really tight budget and you've got to stick to like under $1,000, sure, that might not be a bad bike, but there are some other bikes on this list that are considerably nicer for just a few hundred more dollars. So if you can swing it, I would opt for a little bit nicer build. The next bike on the list comes from Fazzari. Fazzari is another brand that has gained some traction over the last few years as a brand that offers a great value. When I visited their website, they had the Wiki Blue listed for only $1,300, marked down from $1,900. This is an aluminum frame 27.5 bike that uses a 130mm travel X Fusion RC32 front shock and a 130mm travel custom tuned X Fusion O2 Pro RL rear shock. The bike uses a 1x12 SRAM SX Eagle drivetrain and Tektro hydraulic disc brakes. This bike also uses through axles, which is great to see, and another thing worth pointing out is that this bike comes with 2.8 wide tires, which is a pretty wide tire and kind of cool to see on a full suspension bike. The bike does not come with a dropper post, but that is something that can be added after adding the bike to your cart. At the time of making this video, it appears they only have this bike available in an XL, but if and when the bike is restocked, I feel like it is a pretty sweet bike at the MSRP of $1,900 and an even sweeter bike if you could get it at a discounted price. Next on the list is a bike that comes from Giant. Of all the bigger brands out there, Giant is kind of the one known for offering a good bang for the buck. At the time of making this video, Giant had the Stance listed on their site for only $1,100, marked down from an MSRP of $1,700. The bike comes as an aluminum frame with 27.5 wheels and 2.6 wide tires. Personally, I love the wider tires. For front suspension, the bike uses a Giant Crest 34 RCL fork with 130mm of travel, and for rear suspension, a Suntour Radon R shock with 120mm of travel. For the drivetrain, the bike comes with the Shimano Dior 1x10, and stopping the bike is Shimano hydraulic disc brakes. This bike also uses boost on the front, but Giant Sport Quick Release 141 on the rear. This bike also comes with a dropper post, which I love to see. If you are able to get your hands on this bike, it seems like a good one for only $1,100. So while I was doing research for this video, I searched and searched and searched for those true budget, entry-level, full suspension mountain bikes, and I kept coming back to the Polygon website. I couldn't find many bikes out there that beat the Polygon bikes. They just seem like really nice bikes with decent builds for unbelievable prices. So the last two bikes in this list also come from Polygon. At the time of making this video, they have the Polygon Siskiu D7 for only $1,200 on the Bikes Online website. This bike has a slacker head angle, longer reach, and steeper seat angle, making the D series perfect for riders looking to tackle XC riding with some aggression. For this price, there's a lot to like about the bike. The bike uses an aluminum frame and comes as either 27.5 or 29er depending on the frame size, uses a RockShox Recon Silver air spring fork with 120 millimeters of travel, and a RockShox Deluxe Select Plus rear shock. For a drivetrain, the bike uses a Shimano Dior 1x11 speed group set, and for brakes, Shimano hydraulic disc. The bike also uses through axles and comes with a dropper post. For only $1,200, this is a very, very good build. And the last bike on the list, also coming from Polygon, is the Siskiu T6, which is listed on the bike's online site for $1,300. This is an aluminum frame trail bike that comes as either 27.5 or 29er depending on the size. For a front shock, the bike comes with a RockShox Recon Silver RL fork with 150 or 140 millimeters of travel depending on the size, and an X-Fusion O2 Pro R rear shock with 140 millimeters of travel or 135 depending on the size of the frame. The bike is spec'd with a 1x10 Shimano Dior drivetrain and Shimano hydraulic disc brakes. Other nice features for a bike at this price point include a dropper post, through axles, and 2.6 wide tires. There you have it, guys, some true budget, entry-level, full suspension mountain bikes. I'm sure there are some other affordable and super budget entry-level bikes out there that I left off this list. So if you know of any other bikes, please include them in the comments below. Really appreciate you guys checking out the video. If you liked it, give the video a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, keep crushing it.